Pakistan, a country rich in culture, history, and untold mysteries. But beneath the surface of its vibrant traditions lies a treasure trove of myths and legends. Today, we embark on a journey to uncover 5 mythical creatures deeply rooted in Pakistan's folklore. Grab your tea, sit back, and let's step into the realm of the supernatural. Chir Batti, the Desert Lights. The Chir Batti is a legendary entity said to haunt the Thar Desert, which stretches across the borderlands of Pakistan and India. Its name, Chir Batti, roughly translates to permanent light in local dialects, hinting at its most famous characteristic: its ability to emit strange, glowing lights that flicker and dance in the distance. But this isn't your friendly campfire tale. According to local legends, these lights aren't just harmless phenomena. They're said to lure unsuspecting travelers deep into the desert, where they vanish without a trace. Spooky, right? The lights were said to be the spirits of those who died in the desert, lost souls seeking revenge or redemption. They appear to travelers, tempting them to follow, only to lead them to their doom. But it's not just about revenge. Some versions of the story claim the Chir Batti is a guardian of the desert, punishing those who disrespect the land or disturb sacred places. Not everyone believes the Chir Batti is supernatural. Some scientists argue that the lights are a natural phenomenon. Similar to will-o'-the-wisps seen in other parts of the world, the Chir Batti lights could be caused by natural gases like methane and phosphine, which ignite when they come into contact with oxygen. Another explanation could be desert mirages, optical illusions caused by the heat and the vast, flat terrain. While these theories make sense scientifically, they don't explain why the lights often seem to follow or interact with people. Could there be more to the story? Shahmar, the crowned serpent. The Shahmar, also known as the king of serpents, is a mythical creature deeply embedded in the folklore of Pakistan and surrounding regions. Described as an enormous, snake-like being with an aura of majesty and power, the Shahmar is said to have scales that glimmer like gold and eyes that glow like burning embers. But here's what makes it truly terrifying. The Shahmar is believed to have supernatural abilities. It's said to guard vast treasures hidden in the earth and can control other serpents with a mere glance. In some stories, it even has the power to summon storms or cause droughts. According to folklore, the Shahmar possesses immense power and wisdom. It's not just a creature of greed. It's a guardian of knowledge. Some stories describe it as a test. Those who approach with pure intentions may be rewarded, while the greedy face its wrath. While the Shahmar is a mythical creature, its legend might have roots in real-life encounters with massive snakes. Pakistan is home to some impressive serpents, like the Indian cobra and the rock python, which can grow up to 20 feet long. People encountering these large snakes in remote areas may have exaggerated their size and abilities over time, giving rise to legends like the Shahmar. Add cultural and religious symbolism, and you have the perfect recipe for a myth. So what do you think? Is the Shahmar a cautionary tale about respecting nature? A metaphor for the balance between good and evil? Or could there be some truth behind the legend? Pari, the enchanting fairy. The Pari, a word derived from Persian, means fairy or angelic being. In Pakistani folklore, these otherworldly creatures are described as radiant beings, often adorned in flowing white or golden robes, with wings that shimmer in the moonlight. They are said to inhabit remote places, mountaintops, deep forests, or hidden valleys, far from the prying eyes of humans. But don't let their beauty fool you. While some stories portray them as protectors of nature and humans, others warn of their vengeful and manipulative side. A Pari can bless you with good fortune, or curse you with endless misfortune, depending on how you treat them. So what makes a Pari truly unique? Let's explore their defining traits. First, their appearance. Paris are described as ethereal beings with unparalleled beauty, often surrounded by an otherworldly glow. Their wings, though not always visible, are said to shimmer like precious jewels. Then there's their behavior. Paris are often seen as guardians of nature, ensuring that the forests, rivers, and mountains remain unspoiled. But beware, disturb their sacred spaces, and you may face their wrath. And finally, their magic. From granting wishes to casting protective spells, the Pari's powers are vast and mysterious. However, their magic comes with conditions. Cross them and you might regret it. A local recounts their encounter in an interview. I was hiking in the Hunza Valley when I saw a glowing figure by the river. It disappeared as soon as I approached, but I felt a sense of peace, as if it had blessed me. So what do you think? Are Paris guardians of nature, messengers of the divine, or figments of human imagination? While the truth may never be known, the legend of the Pari reminds us of the beauty and mystery of the world we live in. Deo, the giant demon. The Deo, also known as Dev or Diva, is a giant, supernatural creature deeply rooted in South Asian mythology, including Pakistan. These beings are often described as enormous, humanoid monsters with grotesque features, bulging eyes, sharp claws, and booming voices that can shake the earth. But there's more to them than just their terrifying appearance. In folklore, Deos are believed to possess immense strength and magical powers, capable of causing destruction on an unimaginable scale. They are often depicted as guardians of treasure, protectors of sacred sites, or vengeful spirits of nature. So what makes a Deo unique? Let's break down its characteristics. First, their size. Deos are often described as towering giants, their heads brushing the treetops. Their strength is unmatched, capable of uprooting trees or crushing boulders with their bare hands. Then there's their magic. Some stories attribute them with the power to control the weather, cast curses, or even shapeshift to deceive their victims. And finally, their role as guardians. Many Deos are said to protect hidden treasures or sacred locations. But beware. Anyone attempting to steal from them faces their wrath. Legend says, there was once a hunter who ventured into the mountains and stumbled upon a cave filled with gold. As he reached for a coin, the ground shook, and a massive Deo emerged, roaring in fury. The hunter barely escaped with his life. Even in modern times, the legend of the Deo persists. In rural Pakistan, especially in the mountainous and forested regions, people still claim to encounter these mysterious beings. A local villager recounts their experience. I was gathering firewood near the Margala Hills when I saw a shadow, huge, much larger than a man. It disappeared before I could get a closer look, but I felt like I was being watched. So what do you think? Are Deos supernatural guardians, personifications of nature's fury, or simply cautionary tales meant to teach us about respect and humility? Whatever the truth, the legend of the Deo continues to captivate our imagination, reminding us of the power and mystery of the unseen. Churel, the vengeful spirit. The Churel is a figure deeply rooted in South Asian folklore, particularly in Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh. She is often described as the ghost of a woman who has died under tragic or unjust circumstances, betrayal, murder, or childbirth. With her death, her soul becomes vengeful, returning to the mortal world to torment those who wronged her. But her appearance is what truly terrifies. Stories describe the Churel as having long, disheveled hair, hollow eyes, a twisted face, and feet turned backward. She can shapeshift, often appearing as a beautiful woman to lure her victims into her trap. The Churel is not just a ghost but a symbol of unresolved wrongs. She represents the consequences of betrayal, societal neglect, and the collective fear of facing our wrongdoings. There's her ability to shapeshift. The Churel can disguise herself as a stunningly beautiful woman to lure her prey, often men who have wronged women in the past. The legend of the Churel is kept alive through chilling tales passed down across generations. Let me share some of the most infamous stories. Years ago, a man in our village left his wife for another woman. Soon after, his first wife passed away in grief. One night, he was found dead in the fields, his face frozen in terror. Some say it was the Churel, the vengeful spirit of his betrayed wife. My grandmother always warned us not to wander alone at night, especially near the old banyan tree. She said a Churel lives there, waiting to trick anyone who comes too close. The Churel is more than just a ghost story. She's a symbol of injustice, a warning against betrayal, and a reminder of the consequences of our actions. But she's also a figure of empowerment, a woman reclaiming her voice, even in death. From glowing desert lights to vengeful spirits, these mythical creatures offer a glimpse into Pakistan's rich cultural tapestry. They're not just stories. They're reflections of human fears, values, and imagination. Which of these mythical beings intrigued you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating tales from around the world. Until next time, stay curious,